Stadium, the first game, it is the Bulldogs taking on the Dragons. SEN League with the call. We look forward to that. We're broadcasting tomorrow from Accor Stadium as well for the run home with Joel and Fletch. Jamin Salmon is back swimming upstream, Brian.
Yeah, so he had this staph infection last week from ingrown hair.
Have you ever had a staph infection?
No, I haven't. I thought you only can get a staph infection from the... You have one, Brooks? I bet you can only get them from the hospital. Or is that golden staph? Golden staph's that's the
if you want the grouse staph,
if you want the grouse,
got to go to the hospital.
You got to go to the POW. You can get them from ingrown hairs.
Yes.
So don't. That's a bit of a lesson for young
What's the
players.
go with the ingrown hair?
Well, it grows up and then goes back down and follows that same hole or root that came up.
Right.
And then as soon as you start squeezing, no good.
No good. So what's the go with them? Like, are you supposed to just pluck them out?
You're supposed to let them just ride out themselves.
Oh.
Bit like an ingrown toenail.
Mm.
I keep hammering it. Sugar, we'll never get to this thing if we keep talking about it.
No, that's exactly right. Bulldogs take on the Dragons, Accor Stadium. Jamin Salmon's back from a staph infection. Luciano Leilua back from a calf injury. Geez, they're not good, are they, Brian? They're hard to sort of get over.
They are, especially when you get older. You know, they say it's an old man's injury. I don't know what happens, but you never. Your body must just sort of not heal as quick.
Mm.
And
Shane,
a bit like you can imagine that the pressure would have been on for Jerome Hughes to come back because from his calf injury. But as you get a little bit older, coaches can get a bit impatient. The thing with calves to make him, and the great Lizzie Steed who listens to the show, when I had mine, she said you got to get on end of a stair, and it's not rising, it's lowering it. So that's how you make them
strengthen
heal.
it to lower, and then
there's not. It's called condescend. No, not condescend. So rather than doing the raise, it's the one you start up high and you lower it. That's the best.
Okay, for the calves.
Contracting.
Yeah.
Maybe that's the one.
That might be
anyway, Liz, you'll know. Text us through, Liz. Am I on the right thing or I'm just making that up?
Raymond Fatala Mariner and Kyle Flanagan come up against their former team.
Yeah.
Bit of water under the bridge too with all that, isn't there?
Yep, definitely. There was patches there last week that the Dogs just looked unbeatable. They just sort of can't. Like in patches, they look terrific.
Yep.
They just can't put it all together. Once they do, I'm on the Dogs here. I'm on the Dogs. What say you?
Yeah, I'm sort of on the Dogs in a big way.
Yeah.
But when you look at paper, you go, the record for the Dragons against the lower teams is pretty good.
Yep.
So they can beat up upon the weaker teams.
Yep.
Oh, it's. You know what? I actually think there's going to be a big win.
Either side.
Either side.
I don't think if the Dragons win, it won't be
no,
because they're defending okay.
I've got a feeling on the cusp of Origin. The Fox, Crichton, Burton. I just feel like
they need a big game. They would have been told. Madge might have said to them, to all those players, "Now listen, you're in the conversation. I just need to see something for you this week." They might explode.
It could. And the thing is too, you've got to be very careful. So I'll tell you this, Brian. The Dragons have lost 5 games this year.
Yep.
What's the average losing margin?
Yeah, it's going to be low, isn't it?
For the Dragons.
Is it 4?
Nearly 27.
There you go. I thought it was a trick question.
Well, the 60-plus that Roosters put on.
Oh, that's right. I forgot about that. So when they lose, they go down bad.
Yeah, they fold like a deck chair. So I just kind of feel like the Dogs can win this big. But anyway, we'll see how that goes. The Bulldogs have won their past 3 at Accor. They've won their past 7 of 9 against the Dragons at Accor. And the Dragons haven't won there in 5 years.
Oh, geez.
Indigenous Round, of course. Josh Addo-Carr. Here's one for you. The young bloke sent me this. I don't know how he got it. He said, Dad, did you know this? He said his last game, or his first game, I think it was, his first game at the West Tigers.
Foxy.
Yeah.
Yep.
Was against the Melbourne Storm.
Yes.
And he went and signed there. Played for the Melbourne Storm. First game was against the Bulldogs. He went and signed there.
Gotcha.
Played for the Bulldogs. First game was at the Broncos.
Oh,
so could he be there?
Could he be going there?
Could he be there? Crap stat Paxi. And Tyrrell Sloan, of course. Looking forward to seeing these boys fly. The Fox, 20 tries from 22 games at Accor Stadium. Sloan and Lomax have combined for 14 tries this year. We're both on the Dogs, aren't we?
I'm on the Dogs, only for what I saw against the Raiders in their last couple of weeks. They've been defending okay. But they won't go away, the other mob. They're coming off a bye too. What's that stat? Remember that last year, teams coming off a bye, they were winning. It was like 70%. It's changed a bit this year.
Well, this year the stat was something like, and it's not my stat, but they're slow out of the blocks. So the other team scores first.
Gotcha.
If you're thinking that way, Cowboys take on the West Tigers. Big game. Peyton taking on Benji Marshall. QCB Stadium. I'm pleading. Appy Coruscant in the milestone game.
Yep.
I'm pleading for Benji to play him at halfback, Brian. Thoughts?
Okay. Yeah.
Put Simpkins at hooker.
Don't mind it.
And put Appy to halfback. Can we start this movement, Tigers fans, and get Appy to halfback? Sullivan and the young fella's not working.
No. He's a very good organiser.
Yeah.
Very good organiser.
Very good player.
He has played first grade.
Of course he has.
At 7. Are you taking away, though? Are you taking away from his prowess around the ruck?
The composite and the sum of all parts for the 1-6-7-9 is better, in my opinion, to have Simpkins at 9 and have Appy at 7. And if you want to put Bud Sullivan on the bench...
I'm not worried about that. I'm more worried about the middle because his line speed is very, very good. He can't be doing everything and then playing him in the middle.
You can't, but they're not scoring points. So without him...
So he's going to play... Are you still going to defend him in the middle or defend him on an edge?
Well, I think it'd be too big of an ask, wouldn't it?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I think you're taking away from a lot of his best aspects. A lot of them is his line speed in the middle.
So the sum of all parts, you reckon, for what he can give you at halfback compared to what they're giving already?
It doesn't. I think you're taking away from the ruck.
So are you going to beat the Cowboys 14-10 up there?
I just don't think you should take him away unless there's a better option. Well, not a better option.
But how many points do you need to beat Cowboys up there? You need
26.
Yeah. Are you going to get that currently, what they're doing? No.
Well, maybe give him a spell when he goes from 9 out to 7. They've got to try. I agree with you. They've got to try something different. But they've got Little, who can play hooker. No, not Little.
He's at the Dragons. That's a long way from
What's the
QCB.
other one? What's the other kid?
Simpkins.
Was he at the Dragons as well?
No.
Was he going to go to the Dragons?
No.
Well, guess what?
Little left because he was there.
That's right. Guess what? Nah, I can't agree with you.
You can't?
Nah.
So you're just going to do insanity and just do what you keep doing?
No, but the scores might have been getting flogged when he's not there. Have a look at his line speed and how much he controls that ruck. Good luck to him. If he plays 7, he might not even see the ball.
So if you saw Appy down at Jamboree, what would he be doing?
He controls the action.
He does control.
He controls everything. Nah, please don't start doing that.
Really?
Nah.
Fair dinkum. Mate, you got to do something. You got to do something.
Not move Appy.
The Cowboys ended their 5-game losing streak at Magic Round. They slipped home by the Rabbitohs. Isaiah Papali'i back from suspension, but we've heard the news about that. Todd Payton's 100th game as an NRL coach. Cowboys are going to win this game. I hate to say it because I love my Tigers.
Yep.
But if they can't win this, the Cowboys, I mean, seriously, what is Peppy?
They did get beat 60 points last year.
They did win 74-0 as well. So the last 2 games, more than a point a minute just about.
Yeah.
Amazing.
It went. Who went berserk that night at Leichhardt? It was someone that was it Stafford?
Oh, Stafford Toa.
Stafford Toa.
Yeah, on the right-hand side.
We were picking him for Origin.
Yeah, it was against Val.
Valdust.com.
And then they answered in a major way a matter of weeks later.
Do you think Val will be the goal kicker for the Queensland?
Well, do you think Val will be in the side? Write me down your back 5.
For Queensland?
Yeah.
I don't care.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, have you seen him kick? This he's struggling.
Well, I think his kicking is a direct correlation to his preparation. He's not playing anywhere. Like, he's playing nowhere near. I don't think he's a sure bet. See everyone's talking about, do you go with Latrell? Is Selwyn Cobbo in the side?
He's in centres.
He's in the centres. Okay. But the problem is he plays left.
Yeah.
Okay. Val plays left.
Or put Val on the wing.
Hammer plays left.
Oh, yeah. Hammer could play on the right.
I'm having Talangi. I reckon Talangi's a gun.
Who's on your other wing? Coatsy.
Well,
Coates has got to be in there.
No, well, we're forgetting someone else as well. Who's the other winger who's just a bankable winger? Tex will know. Anyway, keep him coming through. There's another absolute locked and loaded winger.
Simpkin. Sorry, Mitch. There's no S. Yeah, baby cow stretches.
Seagulls versus Storm, Brian.
Seagulls versus Storm.
Munster out. Hughes back. Saab and
Hughes
Brown back.
I was going to... I've gone Melbourne, but only because Hughes is back. That is my only reasoning, and I wouldn't be surprised if Seagulls win. There you go.
All right.
It's going to be a tight one.
They could. Absolutely could. Raiders take on the Roosters. It's a Saturday 3 p.m. game. You're thinking about Warren Boland, Thirsty Morrow, the team there on a Saturday ABC. That's the day where Mal scored 5 tries.
Yep.
I just think this is ripe for the picking for the Roosters, Brian. The first 2 tries Canberra scored, it was a brave win. There's no doubt about that. And for them to do that in front of the 30-year anniversary team at 94, it was sublime. But Connor Tracy knocks it on, lands in the hand of Xavier Savage. He scores.
And then they don't touch the ball then for the 24.
Kiros runs it out and then lands straight on the chest. He should have got a try assist. Chris goes and scores a try.
Dogs should have won that. But we've been saying this for a couple of weeks now. Raiders, they're not going to beat themselves, but I think the Chooks Joey Manu was back in, but Connor Watson is out, who's a big loss. Connor Watson is a big loss.
Robinson versus Stewart. Robinson 10, Ricky 7, 170 points, or the best part of in the last 4 weeks.
And they like each other too, those two. Ricky.
Is that a problem for them? The Roosters video thing, or that's just 6 to go play on behind the scenes? Have they copped the whack?
I watched it. I don't see anything untoward.
Okay,
like at all.
Well, I don't really know. So I don't.
No, I can tell you.
Yeah, and it's the day before the game.
It's a day before the game, and we're just talking about this video that came with the cheese and stuff, and I'm waiting for it. Like, a mate sent it to me, he goes, "Oh, they're in trouble," albeit he's a South supporter.
Yeah.
And I'm going, where?
How do you actually say anything about that? Honestly, I know we're quick to jump on players, but how do we honestly arrive at any conclusion?
Someone came up.
Although I didn't hear the audio. Was there something Rank said?
That was the thing. Apparently, the audio is the most damaging thing.
Yeah, I didn't hear any of that. I just saw the pictures.
So someone came in and they were giving away prizes, and for the best story or whatever it was. And one of the guys that came on, one of their listeners or followers said, "I'd really like this present because I lost my mum."
Right.
And apparently, you could hear laughing in the background.
Okay.
But you didn't see the boys laugh.
But they could have been laughing at something else.
Could have been.
Okay.
And then the issue of them having a line of Coke, I'm going, well, I can't see that. And they would do it the day before because it's at Magic Round.
Yeah.
Because they're all roomies.
Yeah. Yeah.
And the Roosters came out very strongly and said, there'll be litigation if anyone accuses them. I saw the Mole had it on his story. So maybe he might, him and Angus might be going at it.
Oh, right. Panthers, so just before we move on there, are you thinking big win to the Roosters?
Not big.
Big upset for the Raiders, narrow win for the Roosters?
Yeah, won't be 13+. 1 to 12.
I'm on the Roosters 13+.
Oh, there you go.
Twins of the competition, Sharkies and the Panthers. They came in 1947. They meet two of the best teams in the competition right now. Sharks looking for their 8th straight win. Kale Iro, he is undefeated at this juncture, touch wood. Panthers lost to the Warriors, which ended their 4-game winning streak. And the former Sharky, Scotty Sorensen, who comes back into the starting side for the Penny Panthers. And the Panthers haven't played at Shark Park, Brian, since 2019. But the Sharks have won the past 5.
Yeah, it'll be 6.
Has to be.
It'll be 6. Panthers in a bit of a slump.
Does it have to be? So if you're hosting the Premiers, no Cleary, pretty much fully fit, on a run, at home, you got to win, don't
you? You got to win, and they will win.
They will win.
They look a bit tired, the Panthers. So I can imagine Fitchy's just going to be saying, "Look, Luai's the man here. Let's just get into him."
Yep.
We were speaking about before about when the dominant half passes the ball, you got to knock him to the ground.
Yep.
You watch how many times Teague Wilton gives it to Jerome. From the inside, just whack.
Rabbitohs and the Eels, Accor Stadium. This is Saturday night. Something has got to give. Bunnies have lost 6 straight, Eels 4 straight. Someone's coming out of the gloom here, which was the same case for the Rabbitohs and the Cowboys actually last week. Jack White and Cody Walker, they're the halves for the Rabbitohs, and for me, enough said. I just think that with them doing that, you got Alex Johnson, who scored 9 tries and he's passed 4 against Parramatta, and if he scores again this week, he equals the great Billy Slater for second of all-time try scorers. I just see a world in which the Rabbits get their win.
So do I. I see that. The announcement of Wayne Bennett coming for 3 years, all these players will want to impress. Cody Walker to 7, Jack White to 6, so they're changing up. My man, Talis Duncan, still not in the run-on side. I agree. Bunnies.
Okay, NRL round preview is thanks to Ironwood. That will be a set restart, 6 to go coming up after this. That is the run home with Joel and Fletch. Sunday games. Broncos take on the Titans. The Broncos won't know what to do with themselves playing on a Sunday. Suncorp Stadium, Reece Walsh, Billy Waters return for the Broncos. Tony Staggs is out of the match. Was he a little smoky, Brian?
Well, he plays right centre.
Yeah.
We've got a lot of... Because I was watching... I remember when Critter played right centre. You remember that game when...
I don't know.
He's right centre. This is three years ago.
He was a kid.
He was a kid. And they sort of kept attacking down their side.
Valdust.
But we let in a few. But Critter's going to be one centre and Burton's going to be the other.
Centre?
Yeah.
Who's your halves?
Luai, Nico.
Luai, Nico. Yeah, I can't argue with that.
Well, you've talked me out of Latrell. Everyone's talked me out of Latrell.
Kieran Foran named on the extended bench for the Titans. Does he play? He's been foxing a little bit. Last week he had the Dreamweaver on the bench. We thought he'd play, and he did.
What did he come off with? He was limping.
Who, the Dreamweaver?
No, Fozza.
He didn't play last week.
Yeah, when he came off. What was it? Hemi, calf?
I think it might have been a calf.
Crampy.
The Titans' last 4 losses have been by 4 points or less. They've had a pretty good month without really cashing in. And the Broncos have won 7 of their past 8 at Suncorp Stadium. What about Khan Pereira, right? He's scored 7 tries in his last 4 games.
Yep.
Dean Mariner, they're marking each other, has scored 14 tries in his past 13. But I think Khan Pereira is something like, Brian, 30 NRL games for close to 30 tries.
Yeah, he's flying. This will be really close. This will be really
sense about it.
It always is. It's a bit like the Bunnies play the Chooks. You know, it's a
Yep.
It is the big brother versus little brother. Dave Fafita is flying.
Yep.
Broncos didn't really impress me last week. I know Beautiful Eyes Reece Walsh is back. He just bought a house to $1.8 million.
Beautiful Eyes.
Beautiful Eyes.
Really?
8. It says it's an 8-bedroom mansion.
Really? For 1.8?
Yeah, we're talking Brisbane though.
Oh, good on him. Jock Madden, now he's the man who's come in. And can you win a comp with Jock Madden? Maybe you can, you know. Maybe you can. Here's what he had to say on the depth of the Broncos squad in 2024 with Pat Niels.
The thing about it is that we've got a very strong squad. So whoever comes in, obviously we didn't have Walshy and Billy on the weekend. So Selwyn's just a football player. You can chuck him anywhere and he'll just do a great job. Yep. So he was outstanding there. As well as Josiah in the centres, he did a great job as well, and so did Moses. So we've got great depth at the club, and everyone that comes in, we're backing them to do a great job for us.
You know what? I reckon that's a lesson. If you're a fringe player,
yes,
you're a fringe player, and I kind of wish I did this as a youngster. Get yourself to the best clubs. Don't you reckon, Brian? You can go and play a lot of first grade at a battling club, or you can go and bide your time. So you look at Tyron Wishart, you look at Jock Madden, you look at those types of players who, Jack Cole at the moment for Penrith, Schneider, those got Jack Cogger last year. You can turn up in a grand final, can't you?
Is that all you're worried about? Or are you worried about you just sort of getting the experience? Like rather than taking the dosh, is that what you're saying?
Yeah. It's all that. So it's the best possible training. And
then you just wait until then you can make your money.
Well, you're saying all ships rise with the tide.
I don't say that.
You get around those ships and they rise, baby.
I don't say that.
Yeah.
I say, does the curtains match the carpet for Turi? That's why I say that all the time. Hillstorm Hillary's DMing me, and I can't say yes or no because I've got to wait till I bring this mango in, throw him in the
shower mango.
In the ambulant toilet and watch him go to town as he just...
The shower mango.
The mango husk.
Warriors take on the Dolphins. Go Media Stadium. Hello to the SENZ audience. If you want to have your say, 8833 is your way to do that. The Warriors have won only 1 of their past 4 at Go Media Stadium. Yeah. But again, I think Brooksy said, is that 9 in a row? Sellouts.
Yep.
9 in a row. Absolutely airborne. Well done to those over there. Only 2 of the Dolphins' 16 wins have been achieved outside of Queensland. So they like to be local.
Yep.
Warriors prop Adam Fanua-Blake has scored 5 tries in his past 6 games at home. And the Dolphins fullback Hamiso Tabuai-Fidow, 7 tries in his past 5 games. I'm just leaning towards the Dolphins. I know their record out of Queensland is not great, but the spine is humming. So you got the hammer.
Yep.
Cody Nikorima is the Dally M most. I want to see a Dally M most improved player.
Yep.
And that's him, Cody Nikorima.
Can't disagree with that. I've gone the Warriors purely for the fact they're at home. Purely the fact that, as that stat you rang, Dolphins aren't much trouble away from home. And Warriors get a couple of blokes back in, don't they?
Nakore's a big in.
Big in.
Yep.
I like Chance at 6. He's just the energizer bunny. I'm just looking at both sides.
Just have a look at the spines for me. I know you're keen on Tane Tuamiki. You got Chance there. You got
Katoa,
Tamari Martin.
I know. I'm talking about Dolphins here. Warriors. I'm still sticking with the Warriors.
Okay, all right. What a great battle. The Picky, the Tuamiki versus the Hammer. And Knights have the bye, so they've got the bye. Plenty more still to come. It's the Run Home with Joel and Fletch. It is the Run Home where you can have your say. You make the show. Guess what's coming up? Who Am I is coming up very, very shortly.